Hello friends, welcome to Totally Dazzled and European Excellency. I'm Jennifer with Home Sweet Create. Hello everybody, welcome. I'm excited to be here with y'all today. It's been a minute, so this is exciting. When y'all are here, say hello, let us know you're here. We are streaming on Home Sweet Create as well as Totally Dazzled. So let me get us pulled up over there. Hi, Mary Ann. Hi, Pamela. Good evening. Sweet Angela. Hey, sister. All right, what's happening? There we go. There we go. There we go. Hopefully, we'll be seeing our comments on our Totally Dazzled page as well. I have Sweet Debbie Henry. Hey, sister. Hi, Anna. I'm happy to see you too. Yes, it's been quite the year. It's been a challenging year, but listen, it can only get better, right? Hey, Ronnie. How are you, sis? I know. I'm so glad everybody's back. Okay, so listen. So Anishka has been gracious enough to give 5 $30 gift cards for European Excellency. If you're not familiar, it's decoupage paper, wet transfers, beautiful napkins, all the things. So 5 people. However, you have to make sure you're following Home Sweet Create, Totally Dazzled, as well as the European Excellency page. And I do have each one of those tagged in the description of the video. So once you have done that and make sure that you have followed all 3 pages, just hit done. And throughout the live, we're going to choose 5, is that correct? 5 names for $30 gift card. Hi, Sybil. How are you, sister? Hi, Miss Janet from Texas. Thank you for sprinkling, Lois. Okay. So we are going to be using a paper from European Excellency. And we're going to be doing over this cute little, it's like a little purse. And I did do a little bit of prep work. I primed it and just did a coat of chalk paint on the front and back. But it's just this cute little case. It opens. It came from Michael's, I believe last spring. Came from Michael's. Sweet Miss Donna. Hey, sister. Yes, sisters. We'll be live in group at 7:30 as well. So we're back to back here. That's going to be our surface tonight that we're using. And then let me show you the paper. Love, love, love this so much. This is going to have a totally vintage vibe to it, of course. But this one is called Old Photos. Old Photos. And look at that. It's like all of these vintage postcards from Paris. Love that so much. But I've gone ahead and I did fussy cut them with a water pen just so y'all can see. But I just want y'all to see, look at how beautifully the feathers. It's like the perfect feathering paper. Hey, Karen, how are you, sister? So we're going to be using those. And of course, we're going to be adding some embellishments and all the things to it. It wouldn't let you see, it wouldn't let me even go live. Yeah, every time I went to put the description in, it would crash out. So hopefully we don't lose connection. But every time I try to go live, I'm like, not today, Satan. So okay, I'm starting to see all the dones. Thank you so much for doing that. That's going to make it much easier for me when I go to draw names. So thank you for that. You love that. Hi, Joanne. Thank you. Hi, Melissa. Okay, so I've got a few things. I've got some little, it's more of like the elastic type trim. This came from Michael's, but I've bought the same kind on Amazon before. So hi, Kathy Cortez. Yeah, hopefully we're good. Thank you for all the hearts. Yes, y'all sprinkle, sprinkle, do all the things. We're trying to keep this page alive for sure. And listen, some new bling will be available coming soon. So just stay watching. Hi, Paula. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Paula Craft, you're going to be our first name sister. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. So what are we going to do first? We're going to get these decoupage down, but we got to figure out how we want them. I did like 5 of them because we're going to do the front and back. So happy to see my favorite crafter today. Oh, Karen, that's so sweet. Hi, Nancy. So let's play with this for a minute. I wanted to try to fit all 3 of these on here if I can. Can y'all see okay? I've got a little bit of a different setup, so I'm hoping you can see a little bit better. Hi, Miss Shirley. We haven't done anything, sister. Listen, we're going to be doing five gift cards for European Excellency. You just have to make sure you're following all 3 pages. Home Sweet Create, Totally Dazzled, and European Excellency. So if I had thought about it, I should have put that in a tagged comment in the description. But what are we writing done for? Let me know you're done once you have made sure you followed all 3 pages, Melissa. That's what that's for. Miss Sweet Betty, I've missed you too, sis. Okay, so what do we think? I kind of like that. We'll wax it so it's not so dark. And then maybe, what do y'all think? That looks pretty cute. Okay, good, Lori Lou. All right. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. Hey, Michelle. I've missed you, sister. Whoa. So again, all I've done is I put a, I might as well go ahead and put this all over it because it's going to seal it as well. This was almost like a canvas type top on it. So I'm just going to put, that's just decoupage varnish and glue. So get that on there good. Okay, and then we're going to put that, and I will be adding some wax to those edges. She's doing better than she was. She's doing better than she was. Thank you for asking. Caleb's, y'all, it's been a lot. My husband was supposed to have surgery on Thursday, but he passed out, hit his head. Needless to say, they didn't do surgery. So that's been postponed, some other stuff. And then the flu has just attacked my poor family, all my grandbabies. So it's been a lot. It's been a lot, but things are looking up, getting better. I think everybody's starting to be kind of on the mend. Thank you, Miss Becky. Becky Hammonds. Becky Hammonds, you're going to be our second winner, my dear. Thank you for doing all the things. We'll space it out a little bit now. Now y'all have to sit. Y'all have to wait. Don't leave me. This honestly won't take that long. Okay. Now, I'm just going to kind of lightly seal that with what's left over on my brush. So that's what that looks like so far. Love that. Thank you so much, Miss Kathy. My page is Home Sweet Create. It's actually in the description of the video. Yes, y'all, even if you think you followed, a lot of people, they have unfollowed you. That's not me removing you from my page. It's just something that tends to be happening. Thank you, my sister. We're going to focus on one side. And then I think maybe, well, let's add this little cutesy thing here. Yes, Anishka is actually out of the country. She's on a work trip. So that's exciting. I'm sure she's going to be bringing some new things to European Excellency, which I do need to show y'all, because if you're not familiar and you've never used them, are the wet transfers. I got some. Hey, sweet Connie, how are you, sis? They're very, very cool. And you can use them on all the surfaces. You do want to make sure it's good and dry, though, before we go waxing it. Let me show y'all. Let me show you these wet transfers. So they're reverse. Let me take these off, because I cannot get that glare out of my eyes. So they're going to look backwards because they're wet transfers, kind of like, you know, the little tattoos you put on when you're little kids. But y'all, look how amazing. All of those vintage stamps and postcards. And look at how beautiful. It's like such a beautiful clear print. So there's those. I can't remember. I think these were just called Shabby Chic. And then look at the bunnies. These are the two that I chose. And you can, I mean, they are good for glass, wood, plastic, leather, marble, metal, painted surfaces, candles. Y'all, we're going to do a candle. Think about how many times, like, you go to, like, you know, remember how we would use the heat and kind of, like, melt a napkin or things like that into the candle. You can just use these wet transfers and you're not going to damage your candle whatsoever, because you're only using water, just as a wet sponge. So I think these are perfect to do on pillar candles. So that's, we'll be doing that soon, but love them. Excited to use them. You want to try them, Lois? You love the bunnies. I know, me too. Okay, let me get this little piece off here. Just using my little sander, just getting that extra little bit off. There we go. I am going to go ahead and decoupage the back side too. Hi, Lorraine. Isn't that cool? Yes, it is very interesting. Okay, ooh, I might have gotten a little carried away there. Oh yeah. Sure did. That's okay. We're gonna get it back in there some. I don't need all of that. There we go. Thank God for these screw-off caps. I know, I love it. Okay. I got way more than I needed on that pass, but that's okay. All right, let's do... Wait. I'm going to do it like this. We're only going to do the two back here. Okay, now we'll use that and just seal right over. Just laid down so well. Isn't it cute? I thought it was so sweet. And then we'll just stick the little Paris word right there. Okay. One thing's for certain, it'll be sealed well. Just want to make sure it's all even. There we go. Okay. Yes, private group tonight at 7:30. Yes, ma'am. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Who else is it their first time? Sue, welcome. I'm happy you're here. Yeah, I mean, these were really cute on their own. It had like a little floral print on them. Some of our OG ladies might remember I actually used this and did a vintage coastal purse a couple years ago. $7.30, sister. Hi, Mary. She's talking about this little, what we're using. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, we had like 85-degree weather all weekend, and then we had a freeze last night. Hi, sweet Irene. Get this good and dry. I don't want to lay it down. I don't want it to stick. Hi, Miss Janie Kelly. Thank you. It is cold in Florida today, Miss April. I mean, nowhere near what it is in a lot of places, but yes. When you go from 85 to 31, it's just kind of shocking. I think that would shock anybody's system, truly. Thank you, Miss Janice. Thank you, Lois. Charlene, this came from Michael's, but it was, I think it was last year in the spring section, but I did run in there for a brief moment today, but I was in and out. I was using discipline, so I did not look. I did not. I went in specifically for something, and I got it, and I left. I actually talked to Susie for a few minutes, and I would be like, "Oh, such and such is so cute," and I'm like, "Just keep walking, keep walking. We're not going to pay any attention." So I behaved. Okay, so we're going to take this. It is the elastic, but I like this for when you want to go around something, you know, that's round. 78 in Southern California. Nice. Because it just lays better. And I like the little frilly ruffles that it gives. We're going to be using some Fabri-Tac. I know. And then there was blizzards all up north. Like, what the heck? Oh, I need to write the names down. I know I've already done two. Hold on. Where's my paper? Okay. Holocraft. 23 this morning. Oh my word. Yeah, we already have like crazy pollen. Oh, y'all, before I do that, I want to wax around these just a little bit first. gonna get a little brush here. I'm just using a little bit of the archival ink, and I'm just giving this a little bit around all of those postcards, and then we will be waxing it also, but just on those feathered edges, I'm just using the vintage photo. Just where it picks it up a little bit better, this ink. But I am gonna wax it before I add that ribbon. I'm thinking I need to. Hi, Teresa Crane. Hey, sis. How are you, lady? Supposed to be below 0 tonight. Oh my, where are you, Miss Lois? Yeah, y'all can have that. I know, when we get a cold snap, what David said. He's like, you can tell you haven't been in the Carolinas, lived in the Carolinas for several years, because I'm right back to my my Florida blood. No, too cold, too cold. All right. I am going to add a little bit of this bare wax over this. Where's my brush? Oh, hold on, y'all. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you. And I'm just doing this a little bit. Around those edges. This would be really pretty if you crackled it too. Sure would. And then we're just going to rub it back. So it just totally gives it. I know it looks brighter in the camera. It's not that bright in the camera. Or in real life, rather. All right, now we're going to come in with our Fabri-Tac. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Miss Gail from Arizona. All right, so this is just Fabri-Tac. We're just gonna go all along that edge. Just gonna go ahead and bring it all the way around. It gives you a little bit of time to work with it. It's just fine. I'll save that bottom piece for just a moment. Ooh. Okay. Now this does have a front and back to it, so. Hold, please. Let me see. Let me look a little bit closer here. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna do, basically where the elastic sits in this is where I'm tacking it down. But you may have to just hold it for a second. And even if it's elasticy, I'm not pulling it taut whatsoever. I'm letting it just kind of do its own. We may have to add a little bit more glue. Okay, that's really cute. Oh, thank you. Hi, Linda. How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna make sure that's good. Oh, they're good. And of course, we'll be adding some Totally Dazzled pieces here soon. Come on. There we go. There we go. A little bit of that ruffle was getting up under there. Thank you. I want it to kind of match up here like it's one seamless piece. There we go. Okay, so just gave a little bit of foof, right? Thank you, Roberta. Hi, Nancy. I'm doing well. Hi, Miss Linda. Hi, Alice. Hi, sweet Diane. Okay. Now, let's do this side real quick. You know what, y'all? I'm going to wait. I'm not even going to do that right now. I'm going to do the same thing to the back, but it's still a little damp, so we're just going to focus on this side, okay? Who said ooh la la? I just saw ooh la la. Oh, my sister. Okay. So, let me actually, hold on. I have that's drying, and I don't want it to stick to my glass. Let me stick some parchment paper down underneath this. Just in case. Just in case. All right. So, now, I do have a few things. I've got some little Totally Dazzled pieces that I thought would be cute. Like some tiny ones. Like, here's the little... one of the little Totally Dazzled roses, and it's beat up, y'all. It's probably from one of the original packs, but I'm like talking like almost like you put a little tack in it. You know what I mean? These are postcards. So I found this little tiny antique bronze crown. Look at how cute. That came in one of my little mystery packs. One of the little tiny crowns that I thought would be cute on there. But we're gonna add, let's see, I do have this little lace bow here that, look, that would be really cute. But I'm thinking about a little bow, and I've got some, these are the foam flowers from Hobby Lobby, and these are coffee stained. Hopefully some next month. We don't know a date yet, but they're on the way. It's on the way, dear. I just think it needs roses. I just think it does. Okay. to debate here. Hold on. Because that's the lid. It's going to be fine. It's not going to make it where you can't open it. Let's do this. Let's get this down. Let's get this tacked down. Hey, sweet Phyllis. Thank you. All right, so we're going to use some B7000, a little bit of hot glue. Hey, Miss Donna. Hi, Miss Sandy. Kind of going to put that on like the edge a little bit. The way I like to live. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hi, Dejana. Thank you. You saw a crown planter today at Marshall's. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Miss Betty, Totally Dazzled was closing and did announce that, but then Anishka, the owner of European Excellency, stepped in and she actually purchased Totally Dazzled. And so now we are continuing on. I have a glue string. We're continuing along with our lives and Totally Dazzled. So, but we're going to be combining a lot of it oftentimes with the European Excellency papers and things. So you did hear that right. You just apparently didn't hear the update. Okay. Now I'm just trying to decide where we're putting these. It's kind of cute down there. Oh, I have another one. Listen, even if it covers up some of the postcards, I'm totally fine with that. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. Hold on. Yep. I am. I am too, Miss Kathy. Yeah, I mean, we've been hard at it for many years, so trust me, I think all of the, along with y'all, all of the ambassadors were pretty sad. But we're not sad anymore. We're tickled. We're excited. I'm glad you do. All right, here we go. Me too, sweet Sybil. Okay. Now I will lay this down, but I need these to stick. And then we'll be adding the bling. I know, Miss Sharon, right? I know we're all excited for the new bling. All good things, right? All good things. Listen, if you get some of that glue on you, just use a little tiny bit of alcohol, you'll get it right off. It would be interesting to see what kind of bling she picks. Yes. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it will be stuff y'all are already familiar with. But yeah, we're excited. Okay. So look how cute. So we just added some little roses up there. Do we even want a leaf in there? No. Maybe. No. But okay. I think I'm going to put one down here in this corner also. Why not? You know what? I might have a little scrappy piece of, I do have a scrappy piece of lace. I like to back stuff like this. Just layers. This is just a scrap piece of lace. And just kind of tack it. Just so it has, just has some character behind it. Okay, I like that. Let's do that. Oh, y'all. Just making racket over here. Oh, thank you, Irene. So we're just going to stick that down. And then we're going to pile some P7000. These aren't a big fan of hot glue, obviously, but they do help. It does help grab it. There we go. I look rested. Oh, thank you. I don't know how, but thank you. I'm telling y'all, there's power in makeup. Amen. There's our sweet Angela. Hey, sis. How are you? Okay, y'all, if you have not followed Home Sweet Create, Totally Dazzled, and European Excellency, make sure you join all three, because we're going to be choosing 3 more names for a $30 gift card to European Excellency. Okay. So see, it just a little pop of that lace behind it. Okay, so now we're going to add some of this bling on there. I even like this crown. Well, there we have the little crown. And then we have that little rose. Let's stick that there. And maybe, this little tiny, I don't like that one. I have a bigger crown. Kind of like that. I don't know. We might add more, but I want to keep them the small pieces. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Thank you, Sandy. Stick that. Pray that this just grabs any of the high points. I'm kind of like putting this on blindly. Okay, yeah, that's good. Well, this one may need some help. A little help from our hot glue friends there. Okay. I hope. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, that looks really cute. I don't want to set it up yet. I know, Laveda. Isn't that so? She is. She's pretty amazing. First time watching from New York. Welcome, Miss Joanne Cavello. Y'all make sure you're sprinkling. This would make such a cute gift for a teen in lieu of an Easter basket. It would. There's so many different things you could use this for. Absolutely. I kind of want that to lean down a little bit. Hold on. just a little bit. Let me just see if I have. Nope. I did find this. They're just everywhere. I do have this little teeny tiny key. Just this little bitty key. Some of y'all may remember I've always put a key hidden somewhere in our projects. Did that for a long time, and I think we need to start doing it again. Where would we, if I was a key, where would I be? I don't know, I just think it's so cute. I don't like this one. I think it's too much pearls. I don't want to make it too sparkly. Can you believe I just said that? But we are. We're going to snuggle. We're going to just tuck this little key down in here somewhere. Indeed. I have so much glue on my fingers, y'all. It's sticking. Maybe right there. Let's just put it right there. You love the keys. No, this paper is from European Excellency. And I do have a link in my link tree, and y'all can use code Jennifer. Just my name, Jennifer. And you get an additional 10% discount. Oh, you were... Yeah, it's just a little tiny one. We just stuck it in there. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully those are on there secure enough to just stay, so I can at least... Oh, y'all. Okay, that one's not quite ready. Oh, less is never more, Laveda. Less is never more. Typically. I did have the little key, Michelle. It's so cute. A little tiny one down there. But on this, I think I'm more referring to the blingy blingy. Cause look, can y'all see? There is a little teeny tiny key down there. But you've got the roses. Now, we could, I have this little bow, but it really, I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. Okay, I'm gonna have to persuade this with a little bit more hot glue here. And I will do the little ruffle going around the back side of it as well. But I wanted it to be able to dry. And look, you can still, I say you can, I promise. Where's her little lever here? Yeah, it still opens. It still will open and close. It's just that little piece is just a little hidden. That's all. So we've got that trim. Just kind of moving that out of the way so y'all can see it. With that gorgeous old photos, European Excellency paper. And then we just did it almost like we put just a pin at these vintage postcards. And I'll find some more little pieces so we could do the same to the back, which I'll still have to wax that, and I'll add that same, just this trim part going around the back. And y'all, that is just so stinking cute. Y'all could store, you could store your little different craft supplies and things like that in here if you wanted to. Thank you so much. Okay, wait a minute. Let me write. Becky, I know you were the second name. So listen, in order to claim, just make sure you've done all three things, and then just send Anishka a message through Messenger, the Totally Dazzled Messenger, or European Excellency, either one. So you can, she'll send you your $30 credit. Y'all, I'm just gonna be scrolling here. Scrolling. Angela McShane. Angela McShane, congratulations. Make sure that y'all send Anishka a message and just let them know you were chosen on this evening's live. Okay, we've got 2 more names. I know that we had some newbies in here. If you just followed all 3 pages, just make sure. I know a lot of you already done all 3. Miss Joanne Cavello. Joanne Cavello. Joanne Cavello. I don't want to spell your name wrong. Cavello. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, we have one more name. Miss Donna Rays. Miss Donna Rays. I just looked up. She said, me. Miss Donna Rays. Okay, that is our 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all, congratulations. That's so exciting. And remember, those are for European Excellency. I can show you a couple more things. Some papers, because of course we'll be working with them. The wet transfers, of course, I showed y'all those. This is Shabby Chic. I don't remember the name of this one. The paper from this evening was old photos. But look at these, the gorgeous hydrangeas. This is one of my personal favorites. And y'all just scroll through her website. Trust me, you will find something. The old rugged cross. Love. And then these are beautiful. Another with the blue and white, the Paris. So pretty. And then y'all look at how darling these are. I'm excited. I'm gonna use these for some eggs. To put on some eggs. This is the European Excellency, and the name of this one is Blue Easter. Blue Easter. So again, that link is on my link tree. It's pinned in the top of my page, and you can use code Jennifer. When you go to checkout, just put in Jennifer, my name, Jennifer, and you'll get an extra 10%. So that's exciting. So, but yes, that is what we have for you tonight. I will post a picture so y'all can, I know it's kind of hard to see the details of it through the phone, but but thank you all so much. Those of you that joined our pages this evening, thank you. We look forward to seeing you, and stick around, and I hope you get lots of sparkly inspiration. So have a blessed night, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye-bye, friends.